Well, thanks for tuning into my channel. I appreciate you checking out my videos. It is a cold winter day here and we have plenty of snow. I'm dreaming about spring. Recently, I released a video on the last decade of my trail camera pictures. I went through the last 10 years and picked out some of my favorite, some of the craziest pictures I have caught in the last 10 years. In that, there was a group of pictures of wildlife interacting with each other, different species. I always am amazed and kind of comical to see different species and how they react to each other and what they do when they do see each other. Well, that got the hunting farmer to thinking I got something crazy up my sleeve. I just feel like there's somebody watching me. Yeah, I got Freddy the Friendly Fox here to help me. This is my newest scheme and I'm going to entitle it, Let's See What Happens. In this, I'm going to use this stuffed fox to sit out here in the middle of the woods, and I want to see what the different reactions are to different wildlife as they pass through this area. Are the small animals going to be scared to death of Freddy here? What are the larger animals going to do? Is the deer going to be scared of a fox? How about other fox or coyotes if they come past the area? What are they going to do if they interact with a very realistic looking fox? Well, that's my idea. Let's see what happens. So I thought I'd quickly show you my setup here and my crazy idea for a video. But first I got to thank WingHome Trail Cameras for help sponsor this video and help make it possible. Back here I have a brand new WingHome cellular trail camera. It's the model 480 ACE. Back here behind the Fox I have another WingHome trail camera. It is the model 630M. Now both of those trail cameras are paired up with the universal solar charger from WingHome. That solar charger can run both 6-volt and 12-volt batteries, and that will ensure I never have to worry about dead batteries and missing the action as the critters come past Freddy the Friendly Fox. Now when I first set this fox out here, it was about 3 weeks ago, and there was no snow on the ground. I'm going to show you what happened in those first couple days before any of the snow came. Then the snow started, it kept snowing, and that's when the action really picked up. But first I want to show you what happened when I initially set this fox out. Let's see what happens. So I found that interesting to see that the smaller animals didn't seem to be all that scared of the fox. They might have been a little bit leery and definitely checking it out, but even the skunks I would have thought would be afraid of a fox. The fox would definitely eat a skunk, I think, if it would have the opportunity. Maybe my fox don't look quite realistic enough, or they just know it's a fake. But as I had mentioned before, the snows came. It snowed and it snowed and it snowed. I left the fox out here in the snow. I came back and switched my cellular trail camera to picture mode. That way I didn't have both IR bulbs competing if they both went off at the same time, and sort of washed out my picture there. After this one was on picture mode and the snows kept falling and falling, it got really interesting. Let's see what happened. So as that snow fell, the animal traffic really picked up here, and boy, there were some interesting interactions there, at least I thought so. I wanted to walk through some of them. That first one that really caught my eye was that groundhog in the middle of the night. Now, I've been running trail camera for a long time, and I don't know that I've ever captured a groundhog out walking in the middle of the night, and especially in the middle of the winter here. It was always my understanding that they hibernate, or at least mostly hibernate. They might come out every now and then, but I've never seen one come out in the middle of the night. That groundhog was only feet away from my fox here. It definitely looked at it, and I think it saw it, but it didn't seem to be too concerned. I guess if you're just out of hibernation, maybe you're not thinking quite clearly, but it was pretty interesting to capture that groundhog. Next, that deer. The deer definitely saw the fox here. It studied and studied it. I couldn't understand why the fox was just sitting there staring at it. It was definitely a bit leery, and it ended up thinking, well, I think I'm just going to go out around. It slowly backed up and made a big wide circle out around my fox here. The last capture I wanted to talk about was probably the most interesting. What was that owl thinking? That owl came and landed right on the head of this fox, and it just sat there for a minute or two. I have no idea what made it to decide to come and land here. Did it not know it was a fox? Was it just trying to end up on a HuntingFarmer video? Either way, that was an extremely rare capture, and I'm glad the WingHome trail cameras did their job. Well, that's going to be it for today's video. Stay tuned in the future here. Periodically, I'm going to be throwing in some more Let's See What Happens videos. It should be interesting, and I have some more crazy ideas up my sleeves. But for now, I want to thank you for watching. We'll see you in the next video.